Luka Doncic's first game against the Dallas Mavericks, 19, 15, and 12. He did have a struggling game shooting from the field, and still, to me, he's still not in shape. But 19, 15, and 12. 19, 15, and 12. Even on Luka's worst day, he's still better than most. And this is the photo that encapsulates everything. That right there
Woo!
letting Nico Harrison know, boy, you made a stupid, stupid decision to trade a superstar like a Luka Doncic. And champ, some of the passes that Luka made, the behind the head pass to Austin Reeves for the three, getting LeBron James open from the three. LeBron played well as usual. Austin Reeves played well. And a few days ago, we saw the Lakers beat the Denver Nuggets. And Luka was putting up a show as well. So my thing is for you, champ, I think the Lakers, your Lakers, could really make some noise. If once Luka gets in better shape, better condition, I really do think they can make some noise in the West because we've seen Luka last year beat the Thunder. And right now they're what, fifth, fourth seed in the Western Conference as we speak. They
Mm-hmm.
could actually challenge the rest of the West. I don't have them winning a championship, but I do think they could actually make some noise. And look, my skepticism with the Luka trade, how is he and LeBron going to work? For LeBron, it works because again, to have another playmaker and passer like Luka, it takes some of the offensive load off of him, which is great for LeBron. He could also move off the ball. I really do think that the Lakers, and shout out to JJ Redick as well. He has actually done a good enough job, a very good job this season. You know, there was some skepticism about the head coaching hire because of LeBron, but he's proven that he could coach. So, champ, how do you feel?
In the great words of a famous rapper from Detroit by the name of Marshall Mathers, it's all bad now. It's all bad because y'all done messed up now. What was Dallas? What were y'all thinking giving LeBron James, Luka Doncic? What were you possibly thinking? I mean, if you really look at it out there, it's kind of like it's kind of like at his peak, the Boston Celtics trading Larry Bird and teaming him up with Magic Johnson because
Or
that's what it
Michael
looks like
Jordan?
right now. Yes. What were y'all thinking? What's so funny about that is the biggest concern was defense. We're number one in defense the last 17 games. We're 7-2 with Luka in the lineup. And just poetic justice that he just goes back and beats the Dallas Mavericks. Not to mention, what the shout out to my main man BRF. He said it was gonna happen. The injury to Anthony Davis already. It wasn't even 2 games in. So you're only 9 games into this trade. You're already looking crazy. In the great words of Usher, they got you sitting here at the red light, driving around looking out for you. It's a shame. I don't know what the Dallas Mavericks were thinking at this point. And big ups to my Lakers for making the trade because you not only have a superstar for now, but you have a superstar for the future. Now, Luka, you gotta look. We gotta get you away from the po' boys and them daiquiris and that hookah and them beers. You gotta stay away from that, man. You gotta do better. So,
Yeah, because
but
there was a report in which they had the Mavs had concerns about beer and the hookah part. But I
yeah,
think Champ, they're exaggerating because at the same time, you knew he had weight problems before and he was still producing. I just think to your point, they didn't want to pay him that max.
no, I don't look. I always say this: you don't have to lie as an organization. If you were uncomfortable with paying him that type of money because you knew you were not going to be able to make other moves outside of that once you paid him, it's okay to say that. It's okay to be honest. And I wish more organizations were honest about what they were saying. and what they were doing. If you didn't feel comfortable with that, because once you give him that max, you can. I don't think you can sign too many other max players. And plus, there's a lot of conspiracy theory going around about how the Dallas Mavericks in 10 years may not be the Dallas Mavericks anymore. They might very well be the Las Vegas Mavericks. But that's another story for another day, because you can hear all the conspiracy theories going around. But and it's kind of hard to want to pay a player that type of money. But if you look across the state line in Oklahoma, or the Oklahoma City Thunder about to get ready to do that. They're about to get ready to play SGA handsomely. And they're about to pay him so much that he fired his agent. So that way he can save himself on agent fees. So I don't know what Dallas was thinking at this point. It's kind of one of those situations where I wish you hadn't done that, but then again, I'm kind of glad you did. That I could see this team this year winning the championship. I could see it. I could see them winning a championship this year, especially once Luka works himself fully into the chemistry of this team, not to mention works his way into shape and off of that injury. I could see them winning the championship this year. And wouldn't it just be poetic justice? Wouldn't it just be poetic justice if they ended up facing the Cleveland Cavaliers
in the
and
NBA Finals.
winning in the finals? They are, because the thing is, people don't understand this. Bron's first championship in LA was against the Miami Heat. How poetic would it be his second and probably last championship in LA be against the Cleveland Cavaliers and that onslaught of a good team that they have? Or even better, wouldn't it be even better if we could take the Leprechauns out just one more time? Wouldn't it be better if we just take the Leprechauns out just one more time and tie ourselves up for that 18th championship? Wouldn't it just be good to beat the mighty Boston Celtics one more time in the finals? I can see us winning a championship this year, man. The way this team, because this ain't even, we're only seeing a little snippet of it. We haven't even seen the fullness of it.
Right.
And did I mention LeBron is being mentioned once again in MVP conversations?
Yes.
If he wins an MVP this year, which I doubt that he will, I doubt it. But if he does and wins a championship, that's gonna turn the access on its heels. Because you thought you heard about GOAT conversations before. 5 championships, 5 rings on 3 different teams. Plus, he's already on pace to score 50,000 points. That's another record that's about to be broken. If that happens this year, which I'm hoping that it will, those GOAT talks are going to skyrocket. And if that happens, it's going to be hard not to say he is the GOAT. It's going to be very, very hard. Now, people are going to have their skepticism, but when you have darn near every record in the league, you have the championships, you have the MVPs, you have the finals MVPs, and you've done it on 3 different teams with a revolving door of players, that's something to be recognized. That is something to be recognized. And I think that if that happens this year, you're going to hear a whole nother conversation about the GOAT. More than likely, if he wins his 5th championship and a 5th MVP, and that's a big if, because I don't think he'll win the MVP. But if that happens, you're going to be talking about undisputed GOAT conversations at this point.
Oh, there's going to be constant conversations as between LeBron or Jordan, who's greater. You're going to hear it, especially come off season. I
Yeah.
mean, but it's great, champ. I mean, for a Lakers fan, it's still mind-boggling to me with the Mavericks, though. They made that trade. No one was anticipating this. Normally, when you make a trade like that, it's usually the player asking or requesting a trade, not the team. And they just did it. And I'm reading some comments here from my guy Harrison. Hey boys, got my wisdom teeth out a couple of days ago, feeling better every day. Hope you feel better, Harrison. Our guy Brandon from the block, please go like and subscribe to his podcast. Harrison has Cooper flag over LeBron James. And he also said, don't care, MJ still better. We all know he's just saying that because again, we all know Harrison loves himself some Duke.
Yeah,
But
he's
I
a
think
good cover.
Champ, this is really good for the Lakers. And again, with Luca, he's still not in shape, not in condition yet. And the thing is, imagine what he'll be when he's 100% in shape. He'll have an off season to make sure that he will be in the best condition. And with LeBron there, I believe they brought him there just for the future because of what they can build. And to have a guy like Luca and to play in a market like Los Angeles, it's only going to attract other players to come play. So I hope for the Lakers this works out well. And plus, we all know LeBron. He's going to try to do what he can to possibly recruit some players to come play there. You never know.
Yes.
So